What is up, guys? BrettDev.com back at you again with another video, and tonight I'm out at another Thai market. So about 6 months to a year ago I made a video where I was exploring the old city, and in that video I was walking down a few streets, and I mentioned that inside the old city, on those streets I was walking down, they have a night market. So this market is called the Sunday night market, and it is one of the busiest in Chiang Mai. So I've been meaning to come down for a while. I'm here tonight, so I'm going to go in, have a little look around, have an explore, and see what we can find. Just looking around behind me, I'm right outside of Tha Phae Gate, and Tha Phae Gate is on the east side of the city. It's kind of the entrance into the old city. You go through the gate and there's a big moat around the city. So tonight it's actually really quiet. If you look behind me, normally in the high season, this whole area behind me is packed full of market stalls and stuff like that. We're now in September when I'm recording this video, September 2018, and it's very quiet. It seems a lot more quiet than it usually is. So when I go in there and head into the city, it might not be, but the outside definitely does. There's not that many tourists around, not that many foreigners, which is actually really nice because, like I said, this is one of the busiest markets in Chiang Mai. And if you come down here in high season, it is absolutely packed. It is really like shoulder to shoulder. A lot of Chinese tourists here. Have some good stuff, and it's definitely worth checking out. But in the high season, it is really busy. So let's go and have a look around. So guys, this market has a lot of stuff. It's quite busy, but it's nice. It's busy enough. It's busy enough that you can walk around. It's not too packed. So like I said, it's September now. Probably a good time to come and check this out. I would avoid it at all costs in the high season. It is a total tourist trap. So everybody here is a tourist. If you want to be around rude tourists bumping into you, particularly Chinese, who are just outrageous, this is the place to come. This is not going to be the same experience as you're going to get going to like a nice Thai market. Probably the only polite people that I've actually encountered at this market, the only people that have like stopped and tried to not walk through my shots and have not bumped into me while I'm filming, is Thai people. All foreigners, all the Chinese are just rude as hell. So bear that in mind. It is a tourist trap. But like I said, I'm walking right the way through the city now, going through the old city. This goes right the way from one end to the other. It goes right from Tha Phae Gate all the way up to this big grand temple at the end, which I'm going to walk down to and I'm going to get a shot and show you. It also diverts off up some side soys as well. And so it's really quite big. It's the old city's I think it's 1.4 kilometers in length. So you're talking, this is about a kilometer of market. Normally, something I just noticed, they normally have stalls in the middle as well, so that might be why it's a little bit quieter. They may have them up ahead, but I haven't seen any like stalls down the center lane. So like I say, it's just one street. You got aisles on the left and the right. Normally they have stalls in the middle, but I have noticed they're not here now, so that could be why it feels a little bit less busy. lots of cool and unique stuff down here, and judging by the prices, things don't really seem that expensive. Like I say, it's a tourist trap, but the prices, they're not looking to charge you extortionate amounts. So they got 100 baht t-shirts, all that sort of stuff. I'm sure if you went to a Thai market outside of the city, you could maybe get it for 50% less of the price, but it's still not overpriced here. It's the market vendors aren't fleecing you at this market, and there's a lot of nice stuff actually. It's quite a they have like a wide variety, and you see behind me they have lots of these little side soys that dart back in, and they're like food areas where you can go and get something to eat, which I'm going to do pretty soon because I'm absolutely starving. So I'm going to keep walking until I find something to eat. Okay, so I was wrong about there being no stalls in the centre. So as I've moved further up, I'm probably about halfway down the market now, and there's a whole bunch of stalls in the middle, which is making it a little bit busy. And the market kind of flows like 2 lanes of traffic. So I'm on the left side and everybody's walking left. There's a couple of twats walking towards me. On the right, everyone's walking right. Finally found some food as well. And I have myself some spring rolls. So I'm going to tuck into these and see what else I can find to eat. As you walk up through the market from Tha Phae Gate, you'll be headed towards like a big temple at the end. About halfway up, you'll get to what is normally an intersection on the road. You'll notice it because there's a tourist information booth and there's like traffic lights. If you hang a right there, which is where I'm walking right now, I'm going to take you all the way up. This will lead you up to what's called King's Monument, which is kind of like another attraction in itself. So it's something you can actually check out at the same time you're actually at the market. So.
ฮาวายนะจนมาก11 ปีนั่นก็แก่แล้วเนาะมาพ่ออีกคน16 ปีอีกตัว11 ปีอีกตัวชิวาว่าอีกตัวพักอุดเป็นเมื่อได้ชมม่วนใจบ่น้อยแดนดงดาวไฟอันงามลุ่มน้ำปิงแม่ระมิงเทคาเมืองบุญเมืองไทย我係睇住佢哋喺邊度啊！ด้วยที่ฉันรักมันมีเสื่อมคลาจำคำมั่นสัญญาที่ว่า 40 anys. Quina vergonya.
So I just walked up to the Three Kings Monument. It's not that far from that intersection. It's probably like a block up. It took me like 5 minutes to walk up. And as you get to the end of this street, if you look behind me, this is kind of the end of the market as it splits out. So I mean, you can keep going down straight at the intersection up to the temple, like I said, and there's some other sois you can go down. But right here, we're at the what's called the Three Kings Monument, right behind me, and I'll pan around and I'll give you some shots. Right next door to this Three Kings Monument is a really nice temple. There's a whole bunch of temples inside the old city, but this one's really nice because it's kind of like bang in the middle of the market. It's not the one I was talking about that's at the end of the street, but it's a kind of smaller one halfway up. Like I said, next door to the Three Kings Monument, and it's really nice. It's really nice and lit up. You can go in there, you can walk inside at night, and it's like I said, it's a small one, but it's proper beautiful temple. So that's it, guys. I'm going to wrap it up there. I mean, obviously I could go around, I could show you every single stall and every single thing in the market, but overall it's not a bad market. It's definitely for tourists. If you're here for a very short time, I would say come here because they have such a wide selection. It's kind of, a lot of Thai markets are kind of split up into like clothing or different kinds of stuff. Here you kind of have everything. The only downside would be is it's like very touristy, and there's a lot of rude Chinese people, and just tourists in general, not just Chinese, but you're dealing with not Thais basically. You wouldn't have that same experience at a Thai market. That being said, there are so many markets in Chiang Mai, so if you're here for a long time, I've actually compiled a huge list of the best markets in Chiang Mai. I've got other videos on markets, so if you click the link in the description or the top comment, that will take you to my article on Ask Chiang Mai, which will detail all of the markets all over the city. So if you really do have time, there's some really good ones on that list that you should check out. Those are like my top markets. Until next time, guys, I hope you liked the video. This is Brett from brettdev.com, and we're out. Peace. So just as I'm headed back, guys, a little tidbit of information to throw in there for you. Rather than walking all the way back through the market again, I went up to the King's Monument and then took a right down one of the streets that actually doesn't have the market on it. And down this little road, it's the road that runs parallel from the night market, the North Road. I'll put a map so you can see it, but they have some great little bars, great little restaurants. They're open late, so if you want to kind of get away from the madness of the market and actually sit down and eat in a nice restaurant, there's a bunch here, so I'll spin it around and I'll show you. You've got the Chiang Mai Saloon and Sports Bar. It's a great bar for showing sporting events during the daytime. Euro Diner, and over here is Bamboo Cafe, I believe it's called. Now that's one of my favourite places for a full English breakfast. They do really good food in there, so if you want to duck out, get away from the market madness, just come onto this soi. Like I said, I'm headed back down here. My motorbike is parked at Tha Phae Gate, so I'm going to head back down here, hang a right down to Tha Phae, and make my way home.